Hello everyone, so it's finally time. It's getting really close to being able to play Halo Infinite. Based on the title of this video, I'm sure you're wondering when you're going to be able to play Infinite, so I'm just going to go ahead and tell you, you're going to be able to play it starting tomorrow, July 29th. There's going to be a technical preview or flight for Halo Infinite, and that's going to run until August 1st. So that's Thursday until Sunday, we will be able to play Halo Infinite this week, which is great that it's already ready to go. We're going to be downloading the game, I'm assuming, either later tonight or early tomorrow. And I got to double check with what 343 posts about content creators and streaming, but if they will allow people to stream and record, I will be streaming this pretty much nonstop throughout the entire weekend on my Twitch page. So if you didn't get an invite to this flight and still want to see gameplay, follow me on Twitch. It's twitch.tv/TeamRespawnTV. There's a link down below as well. And that's where I'll be streaming Halo Infinite starting this weekend. Let's get into the details on what's going to be happening and when specifically you can play this flight and how you can get in to play it. So in order to be selected for this, it's called a technical preview or a flight. I would consider it, another term is like beta. There's a lot of terms for previews of games that aren't fully released yet. But you needed to be part of the Halo Insider program, and I'll post a link down below if you didn't sign up. Unfortunately, you needed to be already registered in Halo Insider, I believe, before these emails were sent. Maybe not. Maybe there's not enough people in the program for the invites that they're sending out, so if new people sign up, they may send some additional ones. I'm not so sure. But you'll need to fill out that information. It's really just asking what platform do you play on, what are the specs of your PC, or do you play on console, those sorts of things. And I think to get the best chance is you should select everything if you can, and that way you'll be selected for an upcoming flight. It will be sent via email with a, I think it's really the one that I got is just an announcement saying you've been selected, here's when you can play. There'll be a future email with details on how to download the game and when you can officially start playing it. So I just got that email. We're going to be waiting until later today to get the next email with the details on how to download and install the game. But if you didn't get selected into this flight program, even if you were signed up to be a Halo Insider or you haven't signed up yet, I would not discourage you from signing up in the future. You should still sign up if you haven't already. You shouldn't drop out of the program or anything like that. They're going to be doing more flights in the future. So, don't worry. This is only the first of probably many. I would say at least 3 between now and release. So chances are they're going to be widening up the pool of people that they select for each flight moving forward. So go ahead and sign up so you can be selected for future flights. So let's go into details on what's going to be in this flight, what we can play, what we can't play, and what 343 is expecting out of players and the data that they're going to be getting from this flight. So they're going to be focusing on 3 main areas, and it's going to be stability, the online services, and the Halo Insider services. They want to see both how Halo Infinite can handle all of this traffic, how the online services of Halo Infinite hold up, as well as how people can get in and out of Halo Insider, how they sign up, how they get their details, how they install and download the game, those sorts of things. They want to make it to where their goal is that players can consistently play matches in Halo Infinite. And I think consistently is a key word. If you remember when Master Chief Collection came out years ago, you could play matches, but you couldn't play matches consistently. And that was what really bugged people, was that MCC was one of the most inconsistent online experiences in gaming until they fixed it a few years ago, and now it runs great. So they're also wanting to detail how the core gameplay operates. They want to see how players use the grapple shot, how players use equipment, how they flow through the maps and the game modes, how they use their power weapons, where the power weapons spawn. All of these sorts of things, they're going to be going through really a treasure trove amount of data from players. That's only really good news for players, is that with all of this data that they're going to be receiving, they can say, hey, maybe this power weapon over here isn't the best place. We should move it over here. Or maybe they'll say something like, we should change the timer of the countdown for this particular equipment piece. Whatever the case may be, all of the feedback they're going to be receiving, both quantitative and qualitative from players, is going to be really helpful and will only make the game better, by the way. They also want to see how people use the weapon drills. So this is a new feature in Halo Infinite where you can test out all of the weapons in Halo Infinite before you even dive into a game, which is really cool, by the way. You've never been able to do that before. Also, it appears that this flight, I could be wrong about this, but it appears this flight is only against bots. Halo Infinite is going to be the first Halo game that will have bots available in matches, and it appears it's going to be 4v4 with 4 players versus 4 bots. And I think they really want to see how both the players operate against the bots and how the bots operate against the players. And there are 4 flavors of bots in this flight, or maybe in the retail game. They come in 4 different difficulties: Recruit, Marine, ODST, and Spartan. And it's interesting because the bots are fair. They're going to have the same health and damage across all 4 levels. So what it means is, like, you can't just have a recruit bot be have less damage of shooting you than a Spartan bot or something. They're all going to be dealing the same amount of damage. They're all going to have the same amount of health. What's going to change is how smart and how useful they are. So higher level bots will do things like dodge rockets and grenades. All of the bots will use the equipment 343 said, but they are going to, the smarter bots will keep track of power weapon spawning, and they're just going to get smarter and more resourceful. The higher level bots will be using the grapple shot a little bit more. Maybe they'll be doing potentially even some noob combos. I'm not quite sure how that's going to operate, but I'm actually really excited. I think that's going to be really cool, and that's going to be really helpful to new players as well to understand how these maps work, and that can hopefully increase their skill level before they dive into multiplayer. I think for some of the Halo games, players can be discouraged from jumping into online because the skill level of the player pool is much higher than what they are, and there's really no way for them to practice other than frustratingly go through multiplayer matches and learn the hard way. I think this will help players pick up Halo Infinite in no time. So that's really all of the information happening this weekend for Halo Infinite. I'm going to post links down below to the blog post where I took some of the information from for this video, as well as the insider link for you to sign up to become a Halo Insider. And remember, if 343 allows content creators to stream and post videos, I'm going to be streaming this pretty much all weekend on my Twitch page. That's twitch.tv/TeamRespawnTV is where you'll find me. I'll also be posting details on when exactly I'm going live in my Discord server. Link to that's down below. And if you miss the live streaming for whatever reason, I'll be splicing it up and uploading it as individual videos as well next week. So look forward to that, if you will, kindly. Okay, that does it for me. Thank you so much for watching. I'd love to know your thoughts if you were selected in the Halo Infinite flight. If you were, leave a comment down below. If not, tell me what you're looking forward to most out of content creators who post content for this flight. All right, that does it for me. Thank you so much for watching. And I'll see you, James.